Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing that. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. And actually to my left-hand side, disappointed Commanders and South Carolina State U number one fan, Chuck Little John. And underneath us both, we have Dogs back on top. Mr. Corey Davis, man. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, baby?
Doing great.
Good football weekend.
Really?
Absolutely.
In some cases.
In those cases, we will get into. Everybody out there on Twitter, everybody out there on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Make sure you put your name in the chat. Bring a friend, tell a friend about the crew and you, man. This live, interactive talk show that we have about sports, barbershop talk from the fan perspective, man. That's what we do. Hey, join in, man. Join in. Keep the chats rolling in. All right. What's up, James Little John? First, man, I want to start this show off by we have a little something, man, that I wanna show you all and give props to this little 9-year-old class AAU team or whatever it was, man. Let me just show you the clip.
Less than a minute,
So, compliments of Mrs. White.
Wait a minute. Did you see it, Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It stopped on me. I don't know what. So it went through.
Yeah.
Buckets.
He started turning around.
Yeah. Compliments of Miss White, who actually recorded it over on TikTok, and my guy Corey sent this to me, man. And I definitely want to say thank you for recording that so we can see it. But Corey, go ahead, big dog.
Yeah, man, I want to give a good shout out to my boy, to my main man, Jonathan White, and his son, little Jonathan. From what I was told, this happened this weekend because they were a little late they were a little late leaving to go to the family game. We both had a wonderful weekend together with our children and family. But little Jonathan, they won their 9 youth basketball tournament. Now, let me tell you, like I said, the score was 12-8. Now, on that squad, the Notre Dame Academy, little Jonathan had 8 points out of that 12. And, and that last bucket was the one that kind of, I think, sealed the deal. But I saw him when he broke to the left, switch up, turn, because that one dude tried to take it, but he was going to turn anyway. Buckets. But, yeah, man, big shout out to my man, little Jonathan. Great season. Great shout out to your dad for coaching, man. It's awesome. I'm really excited to see how you're gonna progress. I wanted to show you some love from the crew and you, and at the same time to let you know that your hard work has paid off. All the practicing, all the hard work that you didn't want to do, but that you're really excited about doing, continue to do it. This is the first of many highlights that's going to be in your career. Keep it up, my man.
All right, great job, man. Great job. That's awesome, man. I love to see them start at such a young age and have that fire. If you see at the end of the video, he's calling out the defense. I don't know what defense it is, but he after his shot, he gave you the little trot back, like
Swag, man, swag.
and then he got that on defense. It was like 24, 24. So the passion that he has at that young age, man. I love it. I love it.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. 9 years old and ready to ball, ready to ball. So big shout out to him and his father, and like you said, Miss Kelly White for making that clip. Keep the clips coming. Keep the clips coming.
Great job, man. And congratulations to that 9U team from Notre Dame. Great job. Great job.
Congratulations. And I guess coincidentally, I know we bringing this up as youth sports or whatever the case may be, but I just happened to see you got Mouse today by Randy Mouse. And a lot of his congratulations was to youth sports.
Thanks.
For his you got Mouse segment. You know, he did a couple of college, a couple of NFL, but his main focus was on youth sports today.
He sure did. I did see that. One little kid, he caught it on 3 defenders. Then in the end zone, I saw that he said he got Mouse. 3 people got Mouse at the same time. It's a first. I was like, golly.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hey man, this show is sponsored to you by none other than. Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you. Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan?
We're going to run it back. Do it 2 times in a row.
All right, man. Thank y'all once again, man. My guy, Alvin Jameson, he is a winner, man. So thank you for sponsoring us once again, big dog. And speaking of winners, man, the Houston Astros, they win the World Series. We know we don't like it being called the World Series, but it is the World Series. The World Series in the baseball, man. Corey, what you got to say about that, big dog?
Big shout out to my man Dusty Baker. He's had a tough season, from last year because they thought. Let me tell you, this man comes in and takes the job, from what they call a team that was kind of outcast for a quick second, but they called it cheating. I called it trying hard. If you studied another team, and you give me something, I'm gonna use it. But at the same time, they had a terrible stigmatism, and they kind of fought through that with showing them, listen, y'all think they'll be terrible, sort of like how the Patriots did, but they listen, y'all deflating the balls or y'all finding out what kind of calls we got. Hey man, we want to beat you. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, they got past that and they were back in the World Series. Dusty Baker becomes the oldest manager to receive a World Series ring at 73 years old. It's his second trip there, but at the same time, I want to give him. I think it's his third trip there because he went there also with the San Francisco Giants. But at the same time, big shout out to my man Dusty. It's well deserved. It's your first, and at the same time, I hope a couple of more. I know you're gonna continue to do this. You took a team that they didn't think was worthy of this praise. But big shout out to Dusty, my guy. I love him to death. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's one of the best things I ever seen as a young youth watching baseball. At one point, he was the only black manager in National League, on both American and National League. So he's still here, still prevalent, and he's still a good manager.
Yeah, congratulations. How many is that 2 and 5 years for Houston?
That's 2 and 5, correct. 2 and 5. But it's 3 trips.
3 trips.
Yeah, 3 trips.
3 trips in 5 years?
3 trips in 6 years, actually.
6 years? Okay. Was Dusty a part of all 6 of those?
No, Dusty was a part of 2. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's commendable, man.
Go ahead, OT.
So I want to congratulate them also. Being African American baseball manager winning the World Series. But on the flip side of that, I want to ask y'all a question. Do we have a diversity problem in Major League Baseball? Why do I ask that?
Tell me why you asked it. Then I guess we'll give a shout out.
How many managers are there?
And I'm talking about managers.
My black boy.
There were no American. There were no African Americans in the World Series this year.
Do you consider Dominican?
No, American born.
Okay.
African Americans in the World Series this year. First time since 1950.
Really?
Yeah.
So I do know. I think Black Americans. We're what? I think we're 20% in baseball right now. If 20.
20.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking the question.
Do you think, how many people do you know, how many black people do you know play baseball?
A lot of black people play baseball.
I'm
not saying I know.
Yeah, you know a ton of people play basketball, a ton of people play football. I don't know. Corey was the first person I ever met that actually played baseball.
Right, what I'm saying is, and again, we can get back to this HBCU thing if you want to.
Okay.
But every HBCU team's got a baseball team. And not necessarily HBCUs, but I'm sure there's some African Americans that play on the D1 levels and all this. So, I'm just asking that question. Do we have a diversity issue in baseball?
So, all right, I guess I have an answer for that. Go ahead, G, and
I would just say possibly, but I think it starts at the youth. There isn't a whole lot of baseball going on in the black communities like that. I think it's not like everywhere. Like you can go to every city. Every city has a basketball team. I think for when Corey was growing up, it was just that little area that you was in that had the team, right?
Gresham Park and Midway. Outside of Gresham Park and Midway, everything else was white. As far as baseball, that's a great question. That's a great question. So like I was saying, when me and my guys came up, Gresham Park was it, man. In terms of being able to get to it. Mm-hmm. Basketball is like G was saying, is way easily attained. You can get there, but with baseball, you got to get to the park. You got to get a ride. You got to have somebody that's gonna take you to practice. Then you got to get a bat. You got to get shoes. You got to get a glove. You got to have, you got to have some accessibility to get to it. To answer that question, OG, let me tell you. On the way back, my wife said something that kind of, it kind of threw me for a second. Let me tell you why. We drove around the FAMU's campus, saw the baseball field, and then she told me something I didn't know. She said, do you know that there are, several white guys on the Southern University's baseball team? And I go, what you mean? Because I know, Coach Kador, he's always been a popular coach because we beat LSU one year. Nevertheless, coming up, my mom was a baseball fan. My wife, when I got my kids into baseball, you have to be there 3 to 4 days a week waiting on your child. You got to be there to say, listen, I'm going to get this uniform, or we got to travel to Johns Creek to play this 7 youth team. We got to travel to Gwinnett County, because like you said, there aren't many parks that host baseball in our inner city. So I do think that there may be, if you're telling me that there were no African Americans in this World Series, and then from what I know, being only 20%, there's only 20% African Americans in the National League. I know that draft is heavy every year. The draft. Remember when I think we were having a show and I was like, man, the NL draft is today, and G was like, today, and it's not even televised like that, Sort of like with hockey, it's like it's on a Tuesday. You're like, what happened? You get a phone call, you have practice the next day. is not as televised as football and basketball because the turnover is so heavy, because you got more people on the team. But to answer that question, I don't know if there's a diversity issue. It's never been brought up because we were always so prevalent in it, with baseball. But Dominicans and so right now, if you're asking me what baseball is derived of, pitching most of the time is going to be white or Dominican. Your infield is going to be the quick guys that can, your Dominican guys, from first shortstop. I mean, the last black player that was really kicking butt at shortstop was the captain for the Yankees. So outfielders, the last one that you can name was probably Griffey Jr. You may have something here, brother.
Hey, I'm gonna read you something.
Go ahead.
It says while 38% of Major League Baseball players are of color, the percentage of black or African American players on opening day rosters for 2022 was 7.2%.
7? Okay, I'm off then. 20%.
7
this year.
This year, it said opening day rosters for 2022. Now it says 38% players of color.
So that you add Dominican, Spanish,
right?
Yeah. Wow.
So black and African American on opening days, 7.2%.
I thought it was more than that, man.
And maybe the African American just don't like to play baseball like that.
Maybe they think we only go play basketball and football.
That's what I'm saying. I disagree with that only because we got them out there playing. I like I said, I did it. I coached Little League for 5 seasons, and I had a bunch. It was just it's easier to say I just got to bring some shoes, and then somebody will have a basketball and we're gonna hoop, and then I just they're gonna give me a uniform, my shorts and my shirt, or they're gonna give me that to play. I just got to show up at practice. But when I tell you that you got to get a glove, you got to get some shoes, you got to get, a weight uniform, you got to get, a lot more things involved to play baseball. The access to it is a little bit tougher. Now, and I'll be straight with you. I'm going to say this here too. The kids that I was coaching, I may have had 2 dads that showed up. If I had 14 children, I may have had during that season 2 fathers, maybe 3. So there's some truth, there's some validity to it. So my wife just sent me Southern University's picture of their roster, and I'm counting. Now this is a whole black squad, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 white dudes on this squad. It may look a little.
That's at an all black school. All black with an HBCU.
Yeah, that's Southern. You know what I'm saying? You can see that. I said that's 10 white guys on that squad, and it look like some Spanish kids up there, speak up in here too. But then again, I ain't gonna lie, this is Louisiana we're talking about here, so you can find it's a melting pot up there. But wow, that's a gangster scenario that you just gave me right there, or a statistic.
Yeah. And like Kanisha said, Southern's baseball team is like 50% non-black. And then my wife says it's access, not just transportation, but all things financial. So you're right, Corey, about that.
Yeah. And remember I told you a story about I'm sitting there, I got the kid in my hand, and I remember I'm sitting there, and I put the glove on his on his left hand, and his mom hollering out, "He's right-handed." Okay, mom. I'm sitting there, so I'm sitting there trying to say, "Hold your hands up, kid." Fitting the glove onto his left hand. He's right-handed, and because I took the glove off his right hand. Mama bought him a right-handed glove, and so she comes down there and she finna give me the business, and all of a sudden she goes, "I told you he right-handed." I go, "Mama, I get that." I said, "This is baseball. He has to catch it with his left hand. What hand is he gonna throw with?" And she was sitting there, giving me the look, and I was like, "Go sit down." I said, "We'll talk after the game with her." I said, "Go sit down." And she was sitting there. You ain't gotta talk to me like that. I said, "You hollering at me? I'm just talking calm. You hollering at me from the stands." I had to tell her after practice, well, I got your kid on the field. I need you to cut that out. I said, I got you. I got your child's best interest at heart. I said, I'm with your child for 20 minutes with the other kids. You know, I got my son out here too. I said, but I'm sitting here trying to get your kid. I gave him a glove. I'm not trying to do your child wrong. Right. You know, and she was like, then she found out it took like 2 practices to go, listen, I'm sorry, you know, I ain't mean all that. I'm like, I know it took you 2 weeks to come up with that apology. I'm like, look, you know how I ain't trying to get nobody no issues. We good, Mom. I said, look, keep that glove, take that other one back. They wasn't even real leather. I don't even know where you got that thing from. Take it back and get your money back. But
hey, so it's been a minute since I had to deal with Little League football. So how expensive is it to play Little League football? What do you have to provide for that?
Football?
Yeah.
Shoulder pads, cleats. It's probably about the same. You got to be at them practices, but I imagine, you know, they get a uniform, but you got to have some money, you know, for the team, a sponsor or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I bought for my boys at least, and I think I gave James, I think 3 bats, aluminum bats, because like I said, as they get bigger, the weight changes, their swinging ability changes. I know I had at least 12 to 13 bats. Plenty of baseballs, you know, their feet get bigger, you know, you buying shoes and gloves. There's stuff that get beat up. But you know, shoulder pads ain't cheap either. When I bought Austin his, I ain't gonna lie, he was done after 1 season with that, but I ain't have to go through all of that with football. But baseball can be expensive only because you gotta travel.
Yeah.
You gotta be at different, and then you be there all day. You gotta be food and stuff, and so that was just what we went through them 5 years.
Okay. I thought I'd bring that point out.
Yeah. Now, G, let me ask you this: when so you're the basketball expert here as far as coaching and with your sons, was it expensive?
Yes. Like you said, anytime you do travel ball, that's the most expensive part of any sport, baseball, basketball, or football. When you start doing traveling, that's when the prices get enormous. You're gonna pay from anything from $800 to maybe $1,500.
So y'all had to pay for tournament too?
Well, that's all included. That's all included in your fees.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of that, man. But you're paying between $800 to $1,500 per person, per child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it gets expensive, man. It gets expensive. Yeah. Let me see. Because he said travel ball fees start at about $1,500 at the 90-year-old level. That doesn't include equipment or travel expenses. Yeah, you pay for your own travel expenses. Yeah. So that just covers the tournament that you're going in. That doesn't cover your hotels and all that stuff, and getting to wherever you got to go. So yeah, it gets very expensive. Very expensive.
Thanks.
But people are doing it for basketball. But they're doing it for basketball. They're doing it for football. Why aren't they doing it for baseball? But I think, like my wife said, I think it's access.
We paid $200 for a bat for my son. $200. You know what I'm saying? For one bat that it was supposed to be the best thing happening. He could hit that way. I ain't gonna change it. He could hit, but it's like you got to make connection with it. But it was like $200. He gonna be done with this next year. This 7-8 ball, he gonna be done.
Yeah,
I thought that was a pretty interesting point.
Yeah,
no, it is, and I think we can jump back into this again, man, and see what can happen about trying to get. Because I know once we see the contracts, we always say, "Wow, man, you see what they making?
Yeah,
I need to put my kid in this. I need to put my kid into my kid in my." Then we don't do it. Like that's what the money is. That's what the money is.
Guaranteed money, right?
Yeah. All right,
but. Before we leave this, that gives me now that you say that, I know we tried with the giveaway. I think that gives us a little bit more perspective on how to possibly invest earlier in one of these parks with these baseball teams. I know I reached out to one coach and he was already good to go. I think G, you had a great idea with us trying to do this giveaway for that, but. Just give us a little bit more motivation to kind of get to these parks a little earlier and give us, and give what we can so we can get one of those 2 guys, a little bit more opportunity to play ball.
Yeah. Yep. And this is a great point, Kanisha. Look at professional black athletes that were drafted by Major League Baseball, but opted out to play for NFL or the NBA instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe a little something more to it at that level. And this is what the OG was kind of referring to. Is there a problem that we're having when it gets to that level, or why we're not seeing any African Americans out there really playing? So, all right. I know. Like you said, it takes. You got to stay in the minor league for a minute. I know some people ain't with that. You know.
But you know what? No, I ain't gonna listen, man. I got two buddies that played in the minors, and made about in a career about 150 a year just playing minor leagues. It's not. Yeah. It's it ain't nothing. Like I said, 100. If you do right, locally, like the Gwinnett Braves or whatever, those guys make about 250, up in that range because they get a little bit more. Yeah, it ain't chump change, but it ain't major league money. Now if they get called up. Listen, if you get called up for one season, hey man, you good. You'll make 250 a game, in a sense. But 250 grand on a minor league scale, like a friend of mine that LaJuan Rice, he played for the Birmingham Padres, under the Padres farm, played in Birmingham. Every time I see him, he had a big body, So I know he did well. I don't know exactly what he made, but he just said he did well. And he only made it to the minor. He never did get called up, And this was he got called. I mean, he made it in '95. Padres, not a bad ball player. Played for McNair under Coach Williams, but it just never happened. Never happened. But I think he did well. He just said he still played in the minor leagues, and then you can play damn near till you're 40 in the minors.
Yeah,
you be in shape.
Right.
In shape.
Well, speaking of playing well, man, the Georgia Bulldogs in a big showdown with the Tennessee Vols, who leapfrogged them to number one. And we talked about this last week. We talked about this on Wednesday.
What?
The disrespect that was given out to the Georgia Bulldogs. I felt, and I believe Corey felt, it seemed like Georgia had a chip on their shoulder, man. I noticed your team, Mr. Dogs, back on top. But I'm gonna save you for last. I'm gonna go to the OG first, man.
Why you want to go to me first?
I want to know because you went with the ball, Rocky Top.
Show did, dang it. Show did.
So did.
Yeah, you did.
You're right, I did.
You did.
Were you impressed? Were you impressed with what Georgia did in this game?
I guess they showed that they should be number one. I guess the only thing I can say is not to take anything away from Georgia, but I think the main problem that Tennessee had was they got beat on both lines, defensive line and offensive line. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest thing was is that they could not put pressure on Georgia's quarterback. So he just sat back there and picked them apart. And then Georgia's defense made a point that I can remember a man's name, that number 11 for Tennessee. They made a point that he wouldn't go shine against them. Tennessee had been doing all the big plays, but in this game, Georgia was doing all the big plays. So I think to me, and Georgia's a great team. I'm not gonna take anything away from them, but I think that was the biggest points of the game that I saw. The fact that Georgia controlled both line of scrimmages, and that's big. I mean, Tennessee defensive line could get into penetration. Georgia's defensive line could. They had Hooker, running for his life most of the game. So, hey, props to Georgia. I won't take anything away from him. I do college football like that, but I ain't gonna do a pro like that.
I know it took a lot out of you to do that. What it did was all phases of the game. What Georgia, like you said, they had a chip on their shoulder. Big shout out to my man Mike Pennywood for giving me some insight that I didn't think about. We needed that chip on our shoulder. We needed that disrespect in order for them to understand, that we should be number one, not 3 spots was just totally disrespectful, like G said. To me, what they came out with was the underdog spirit. Y'all think that we ain't no more than you come to Sanford Stadium, then you finna come and do this to us, you know? And then when they hit the boy high in the rib, think you finna keep going past us. And my man was that you know, when they put that thing over, you know, when you get hurt and they had to pull that thing over so you can talk to the medical facility, my man was like, hey, bring the thing over. I can't go. You know what I'm saying? No, dogs on top. You see what I'm saying? And it's like the disrespect for that committee, that college football committee, when we've been on top for 8 weeks, for you to come back and then drop us 3 spots? Get out of here with all that. Big shout out to the dogs for handling the business. I will say this: I was nervous. And I said coming into it, hey, I think I'll be lying if I tell you I wasn't nervous, because they did have a potent offense. Hooker was throwing it, Hyatt was catching it, and look, no way was it about to happen. They're not going for anything over 30 yards. You know, hit him one time, make him scared. So yes, I will look. Big shout out to Tennessee for being there. You know, however, your time is up. We're back on top, dogs back where they're supposed to be. Let's keep it that way and hopes that, you know, now they have to keep that same swagger. They have to keep that same mind frame, because it ain't over. You know, we know what can happen in the course of a season, but I'll say this here: something has changed. You know, something has changed, because at this point now we don't have to worry about Alabama.
No,
you know,
even playing Alabama.
We ain't playing Alabama in the SEC championship.
Right now, it looks like it'll be LSU is the front runner with I think with Mississippi behind them.
You look at what has transpired just last night.
Yeah.
Just last night. Now, before we get deep into it and I lose my train of thought, I don't know my man's now. I keep forgetting his name, but I want to give the coach, because I know I've been giving him some shots at Notre Dame.
I told y'all to stick with my man.
Yeah, you did. Because I was hoping my man. Look, me and G was like, hey, he gonna get.
I said, stick with him. Stick with him.
God, I was so happy for that guy, man. You know, I mean, I ain't say shut out Clemson, but you know, for that first 3 halves, they had Clemson shut down. You know, and I think Clemson. I'm gonna say they ended up scoring 2 more times, but big shout out. I don't know my man's name, and like I said, me and G was like, hey man, they finna fire that dude, you know. But big shout out to the coach at Notre Dame. I'm proud of you. Keep working. Like I said, I think he beat 16-6, and now he just beat Clemson. Mm-hmm. So they beating ranked teams. You know what I mean? So keep working, man. Get your job, man. Get the job.
Marcus Freeman.
That's okay. Hey, good job, Mr. Freeman. Good job. Proud of you.
G blanked out. I guess we need to let him get his comments about the Georgia-Tennessee game.
My bad. Go ahead.
So it was good to see Georgia come out and show their dominance. Show why they're the champions. Show why they shouldn't have been skipped over and pushed to number 3. Showing why Tennessee, you beat Alabama, but we ain't Alabama. We are the new sheriffs in town. We've taken that crown from Alabama, man, and y'all got to give us our respect. Put some respect on that Bulldog's name, is what Georgia said on Saturday night, on Saturday afternoon. And I think they actually kind of let off the gas. I think it could have got worse. I think it could have been worse. But that, like both of you all said, man, it was won in the trenches. They were dominant up front on the defensive end and on the offensive end, and getting Walker back last week, where he only played like 9 or 10 plays, he was ready for this week right here. They were just warming him up for this week, and he wrecked shop. Was it Walker? No, Carter. I'm sorry, Carter.
Carter. What's that?
99.
For
the Bulldog.
I don't know who that is, because he took Davis' number. Yeah.
On defense?
Yeah, on defense. the one who was wrecking shop last year, but he was a freshman last year.
99 was Davis, so I don't know if he took Davis's number.
He's 90 something, maybe 97, maybe 97 or something.
Okay.
It's either Walker or Carter, one of them.
He's on the defense. Okay.
Yeah, he's on the defense. But
I only got a chance to watch the first half, and then I was at the FAMU game for the second half. But like I said, I'm sitting there, looking at scores, trying to get the best reception I could at that stadium, Bragg Stadium. Anyway, I get to that, but I'm just glad that we took care of business. Yeah. Now, let me throw this out at y'all, fellas. All right, so right now, Alabama moves to 10. All right, so your rankings right now as follows: 1 Georgia, Ohio State number 2, Michigan at 3, TCU at 4, Tennessee at 5. All right, that's your top 5. TCU has moved up 3 spots to become the number 4. Tennessee moved down 3. Then you got Oregon at 6 that moved up 2. LSU has now moved up 8 spots to the number 7. USC at 8, rounding off the last UCLA at 9, and Alabama is now 10. Now 10. So there's only one in the SEC. Then you got Ohio State, Michigan, which when they see each other, that's gonna bump heads too. Yeah, somebody's gonna fall. And then TCU. Now, my question to you is, because I think we've never talked about TCU in a sense of competing for the national championship. But at number 4, should they be there? Is TCU, should they be there?
But my thing about that is this ranking, all may it be, but the real ranking come out Tuesday.
Oh, with the college football. Okay.
Yeah. So it may or may not change come Tuesday. But to answer your question, I don't think TCU should be over Tennessee. Tennessee got beat by the number 3 team in the nation.
Yeah. Which was supposed to be number 1, but yeah, okay.
And TCU, they always talk about strength of schedule. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. Is it legit?
So Tennessee beat Alabama, who was then ranked, and now they lose to number 3 Georgia. And you go put, even though TCU hadn't lost the game, still I don't think they should be over Tennessee.
Okay, so real quick then. All right, so TCU, they beat Colorado, Tarleton. I don't know who Tarleton is. They beat SMU, Oklahoma, which Oklahoma is terrible this year. But at the time that they beat them, Oklahoma was 18. They beat Kansas. They beat Oklahoma State, Kansas State, West Virginia, Texas Tech. Those teams were sketchy, but then they beat Texas, Baylor, Iowa State. Do any of those teams, do they blow your skirt up to say that they tough enough? No, none of them. I ain't calling no team like that.
I compare this to? I compare this to last year when they allowed Cincinnati to stay, and then we remember what happened to Cincinnati in the first playoff.
Ooh, yeah, they got beat. They gave him a chance. You're right. They gave him a chance.
That's what it reminded me of.
Okay, you saying that's gonna happen? TCU is up against a SEC team and such, and Molly what?
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, and you got Tennessee, who, of course, are Ball State, Pitt, Akron, Florida, LSU, Alabama, Kentucky, UT Martin. Just saying Alabama, Kentucky, Florida, and LSU alone right there is better than what TCU. I don't know. I don't think that's.
But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens Tuesday. I think it comes out Tuesday.
And they're good for throwing curveballs.
Yeah, definitely.
And I told my wife this on Saturday, like you'll see what they really thought about Tennessee, either if they win, even either way, if they lost or they would have won, or depending on how far they move them back. And I thought they was going to try to move them back around 7 or 8.
Wow.
So I thought they was going to do that because I don't think they really believed that they was number one. I think they just put it out there.
Why you say that? Because they made them. They dropped us down 3.
Right. I don't think they believed it. I don't think they really believed that they were the number one team in the country. So I think if they would have, I think dropping them down to 5, they kind of believed they was a number one team, but not really because they should have been 4 at the least. I mean, 4 at the most. I'm sorry.
They should have been 4 in this ranking where they were number 1.
After number 1, yeah. I think they should have dropped to number 4.
Oh, you saying they should drop to number 4? You're not saying they should have been number 4 when that ranking came out.
Yeah, no. Number 4. They should have dropped number 4. Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll win out because they got Missouri, Tennessee, and Vanderbilt left. The only team that'll probably get them some hell is South Carolina. Now, if South Carolina, take care of the business because they 6-3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So if it's not gonna be an easy move. So listen to this logic.
You talking about Tennessee?
I'm talking about Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for some reason, South Carolina, which I've been to a couple of those games when they play Tennessee, South Carolina always has a tendency to play Tennessee tough at home.
Oh,
really? Now, they'll go to Tennessee and get blowed out. But when they play at home, they always have a tendency to play them tough at home. But hey, you never know. It just depends on which South Carolina team show up. Because they won, they beat Texas A&M, beat Kentucky, got ranked 25th, and then Missouri came to town and beat the brakes off of them.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't bring this up, man. My Florida State Noles, man, put a whooping on the Miami Hurricanes. Go Noles. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Went down to Miami and put it on them boys down in Dade County in our rivalry game. So,
put them back in the top 25, too.
We back in the top 25?
You are 25.
Really?
Put you back in 25.
So you happy about that?
Yeah.
So you happy about that? Because I know you was kind of disgruntled all during the season by other teams that were ranked.
Where are you talking?
He's still disgruntled.
Yeah.
I did blame.
So y'all got Louisiana. I'm sorry, y'all got Syracuse, Louisiana, and Florida. Going out the door.
Yeah.
What are your chances?
We're gonna beat down Florida. We're gonna beat down the rest of them. Yeah, we good, but that ain't gonna help us out. They ain't gonna help us out.
So check the game now. Y'all play a 6-3 Syracuse, who are now ranked 20. Y'all wasn't.
They backsliding too, man. Syracuse, they backsliding, ain't they?
Yeah.
They lost to who? Who did? They just lost.
They
have been doing good since Clemson beat them.
Yeah.
Was it Clemson?
Well, Clemson beat them, and then they've been sliding since then, I think.
Oh, Syracuse, they just lost to Notre Dame. I mean, they lost to Notre Dame, and then oh no, I'm sorry, hold up. They lost to Pitt. They lost to Notre Dame last week because they were ranked 16 then. They lost to Notre Dame 41-24.
And then they lost to Clemson before that.
They just lost to Pitt, and they brought them down to 20, and now they go to see Florida State.
Didn't they lose to Clemson right before that? Before they played Notre Dame too?
Yeah, they lost to Clemson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all lost to Clemson too. 34-28, right?
Florida State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, if y'all win out, it being ranked 25, y'all win out, y'all could probably move up to as far as 20,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll play in a bowl game. It's all right. That little stretch, man, where you said we'll find out who we are. It took a toll.
Hey, stop. They're going through the Carolinas.
Coming to the Carolinas, boy.
Carolina was rough, dog. It was rough.
Man, that was a rough run through it. You're right.
And North Carolina's surprisingly doing good too.
Who?
North Carolina
North
State.
Carolina. No, North Carolina.
Oh, UNC. Oh yeah, they ranked number. Oh, they 8-1.
Yeah.
Ranked 15. You right, OG. And Utah is still there at 7-2. I know you ain't like to hear that. That Utah is they still there. They rank Utah is number 13, right up under Clemson.
Wow. Okay.
Amazing.
Man. Hey, man. Speaking of doing well, we're gonna transition on. We're gonna pivot to the NFL, man. The New York Football Jets.
Did they win?
They knocked off who we considered the best team in the league, the Buffalo Bills.
They beat the Bills.
They beat the Bills at home.
Did I pick the Jets? Did I check?
You did not pick the Jets, man.
Nobody picked the Jets, did they?
No, we all went with Buffalo. We
ain't crazy. They beat the Buffalo Bills. What was the score?
20-17. 20-17. Buffalo went up like 14-3 and then score but one more field goal after that.
Get out of here.
They say Josh Allen played his worst game probably ever.
Did anybody watch the game?
I didn't. I was actually at the U-All's game, man. So.
I was flipping back and forth, but I was focusing on my game. So hey, no, we lost 20-17 too. I'll talk about that in a minute. That's why I say disappointed, boy.
But hey, what's up, Big Rodney, man? Welcome to the show, big homie. Yeah, it was the Jets, man. 6-3, dog. We keep trying to throw dirt on them. They keep pushing that dirt off, man. We ain't done. They've already surpassed, everything that we thought they was going to do. A lot of people thought he was going to do.
Wait a minute.
They haven't won more games this year than they won the last 3 years, probably.
Wait a minute. I'm going back to these comments. Crystal, what logic did I say? And then my wife said she was confused by that. Did I say something crazy? Again?
No. They were talking about my logic about she's talking about the Vols, Tennessee Vols, them falling out, how far it's gonna fall out. Yeah.
That was on you. Okay, good. I like that. Do something again. Okay.
And I think your wife was talking about she's confused by the Buffalo Bills losing to the Jets.
Okay. Now I'm caught up. I appreciate it. Okay, Chris is saying no.
Yeah. So you didn't say anything crazy.
Oh, my wife confused by the Jets. Chris will say no to.
You didn't say anything crazy.
Jeez, like, good. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Look, what I do again? What I do today?
Yeah,
hey, man, Jets. I know I got some Jets fans out there. My dog, Jeff Woods, my homeboy. Dang.
Preload.
Preload. Oh, Rashidi. Tory Jackson.
Tory Jackson is a Jets fan?
He a Jets fan too, man.
Okay.
Jets fans out there, man. So congratulations, fellas. Congratulations. That's a huge win.
6-3.
Y'all, they are right in the thick of things in that AFC. We were saying the two top teams or two divisions are the NFC East and now the AFC East. I think all of them are above 500 now.
So once a show, we do this here. We do this. What's the comment we always say? Are they for real? Are the Jets for real? I know G already shaking his head. 6-3.
I guess it goes back to that quantification of when we say, are they for real? What do we mean by are they for real?
Are they to be what you say, G? Are they what you say?
For the playoffs.
You said the playoff, right?
Yeah.
I was saying,
are they a tough
easy win?
Are they a tough team to beat?
So are we saying that 3 teams will come out the AFC East? When y'all say they're for real? So we saying Buffalo, the Jets, and the Dolphins will come out the AFC East?
It can be because you're probably only going to have one come out of the AFC North, the AFC South, and the AFC West.
So right now, my bad. Go ahead, G.
Because Cincinnati, between Cincinnati and Baltimore, of them coming out, I don't know if either one of them are going to, because Miami beat Baltimore already, so they have the head-to-head against them.
So right now, NFC East, Buffalo, New Jersey, Miami. Like I said, they tied with Miami, then New England. That's NFC East. NFC North, Baltimore, Cincinnati. Then I ain't gonna lie, there's a gap because Cleveland is 3-5, then Pitt 2-6. Tennessee 5-2. Then Indianapolis, like I said, we got to throw the rest of them off. Kansas City 5-2. The Chargers are now 5-3. But that's what I'm saying. They ain't many. But what I get what G is saying is they got a spot somewhere in there. You're saying 3, but there are only 3 teams in the AFC that are 6-3. And 3 of them are in the AFC East.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cincinnati's not getting in before them. I mean, well, I think Cincinnati has the head-to-head against the Jets. So, and the Dolphins, matter of fact.
So, peep this right here. In their division, Buffalo is 0-2.
Yeah, because they lost to the Jets in Miami.
They 0-2. Yep. And the Jets are 2-1. Miami's 2-1. New England's 1-1. But Buffalo, hey man, they're losing in the division though.
That's a problem. And we already gave Buffalo the division. They might be odd man out when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you really believe that?
It's right here.
I'm saying, no, I'm talking about G said that Buffalo may be the odd team out.
If all of them kept playing like the way they're playing,
right,
they could be the odd man out. Buffalo has a pretty tough schedule.
So does the Jets. Jets got a pretty tough one too.
Buffalo plays the Vikings next.
Browns, Lions.
Yep. So
Patriots. Jets again.
These games ain't easy.
All right, so check the game out, right? So they still got to play. Like I said, the Patriots. I'm just going down, in their division. They got to play the Jets again. They got to play the Dolphins. Patriots. They got to play the Patriots twice. Listen, if they don't pull out a string, no. Like they could be the odd man out from what we're looking at.
And
they play the Browns too. This AFC is in no cakewalk.
And let's not discount these other teams in there, the Lions and the Bears. They give you it's not an easy win anymore just to play the Lions and the Bears. You see, the Bears gave Miami all they can handle today.
So are y'all going? Are both of y'all going on record right now, based on what y'all seen and what y'all see the next forecasted schedule is, and saying that Buffalo is not going to make the playoff?
No, that's not what we said. We said it's not going to be
easy.
No,
I heard you. No. I heard you say odd man out. That they could be the odd man out. That's what you just said.
Don't win your division.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they don't win their division, they could be the odd man out. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so okay, so y'all saying they could be. I'm asking you, do you think they will be?
I don't think so. No, I don't think they will be.
Okay. I'm gonna go on record because, like I said, in their division, in their division, they like I said, it's the Giants. I'm sorry, it's the Jets, Miami, New England, and they see these 3 teams 5 more times. You got to see New England. You got to see the Jets. You got to see Miami twice. I'm sorry, 4 times. You mess around and lose 2 of those 4.
Of course, but those teams also got to see the Bills.
Huh?
Those teams also got to play the Bills too.
They do, but I'm just saying that the Bills show up like they did today. They take an L. Miami ain't no slouch.
So the Jets go. So you think the Jets go play every week like they played today?
Listen. They don't. They're 6-3 They playing well for a reason. We just been underestimating them.
No, sir. You're on the witness stand, sir. I ask you a yes or no question.
Okay, answer the question one more time. One more time.
Do you think the Jets can continue to play week in, week out like they did today?
I'm going to say yes because we have been misunderstanding what we've been watching. We've been doing this for 9 games at this point, and we've been wrong 6 out of the 9. We haven't been choosing the Jets.
So y'all are high on the Jets and y'all are high on Seattle.
Yes, I'm with you. They're the Jets of the NFC.
Right.
Okay.
So look, and this is
what episode is this? It's 51.
It's actually 50. I put the wrong one up there. It's actually 50.
Okay. But it's gonna be recorded as 51 though, right?
Listen.
It's gonna be recorded what you got up there.
I'm gonna go on record to say this here.
We're not gonna looking for it.
They played Miami. Okay, they played Miami twice. They're gonna lose one of them two, if not 2.
They never played Miami once.
Oh, they got Miami. Okay, they got Miami. They got New England twice.
New England twice.
Okay, they got New England twice. Okay.
So you think they're gonna lose to New England twice?
They might split though. That's what I'm saying. They might split with them.
Well, y'all should get down on somebody. Y'all should get down on a team y'all pick to win the division real fast.
Just because you never know.
Everybody have an off game. Everybody have an off week.
Look, they ain't even hit the inclement weather yet. Like the weather ain't even got bad for them yet. You know how bad it gets Buffalo.
So they in Buffalo. They used to playing in that weather.
They got skunked last year in Buffalo because that bad weather by New England. Remember?
Okay. And then the year before that, Kansas City.
Yeah, year before that,
So what year we in now? What year we in now?
2022.
Okay, that's what I thought. So move on.
They just got beat, right? So, but you got to take that same. You got to take that same energy right down there.
All right.
They just got beat by the Jets.
I'm just writing this down.
Okay, now, but when I do the Washington Commanders like that, when I was saying that y'all on a win streak 4 in a row, you weren't doing nothing. You weren't battling me this way. This way, I kept saying the same thing.
That's my team. Come on now.
You gotta be fair, though, OG. You gotta be fair.
Hey, it's my team, man.
Okay. Well, they always thought they were today.
So yeah, I'm not saying I don't think Buffalo's going to falter that much, but I'm saying it's not a foregone conclusion like we were saying before. Buffalo's going to win this division. It's
a chance.
Hey, there's a chance now. The Miami and the Jets got something to say. And
I'm putting this sticky note on my computer so I can remember.
Okay, well, let me ask this one last question then, OG. What will it take for you to think that the Jets are serious? A serious contender.
I'm not saying they're not serious.
Right.
Everybody's serious in the NFL. They want to win.
You ain't taking it seriously.
For real.
But
for real, yeah. Are they for real?
Every dog has his day.
No. What will it take for you to think that they're for real?
You understand, OG, you understand. Answer the question.
No, that's an open-ended question. That doesn't require yes or no answer.
You ain't tell me that. You ain't give me that.
Because what I asked you was a yes or no question. It wasn't
oh my. Okay, I can't get it back to you.
But to answer your question,
are they for real? Yes or no?
No.
Yeah.
So what would make them for real?
Now this is an open-ended question, not right?
Objection.
A comeback question for that. So
but it's open-ended. This is not a yes or no question.
No. This is. So what will make them a contender or for real to you?
For them to win the division?
They got to go that far to be considered for real.
Is 11 wins for real for them?
They won't get 11 wins.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Lil John, answer the question.
He asked me, is 11 wins for them for real? I said no, because they will not get 11 wins.
No, you didn't say no. You said they won't get 11
wins.
Huh?
If they get 11 wins, are they for real?
If they get 11 wins,
yeah, that's what I asked.
But if I hit the Powerball tomorrow, then I'll come see you and Corey too.
You better come see me. I want. Hey, I come see you. Hey, listen, I'm all hey, buddy, hey. I mean, the best friend you ever had. People, let me tell you about best friend.
And James, we're going to ask me other Commanders for real. Yeah, they for real. I don't know why you worry about the Commanders. Just worry about your Dolphins. You should be seeing other Dolphins for real.
Hey, man, and speaking of the Dolphins, man, they had a battle today with the Chicago Bears, a 35-32 win. They went to Chicago and won, and I think Tua is undefeated, man. When he's finished the game, he's undefeated right now, man. This Miami Dolphins team is clicking on all cylinders on the offensive side of the ball. 6-3. 6-3, man.
I got a gangster question for y'all. If Tua if he didn't, get hurt for those 3 games, like he went out on one and missed the other 2, would they be undefeated right now?
Yeah, I don't know who they lost to. Who they lose to?
He went out the Cincinnati game.
Yeah, Cincinnati, he was out. Let me see. The old Bridgewater came in.
Jets lost to the Jets.
Jets and the Vikings. Ooh, that's a gangster question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vikings, like I said, that underachieving team that I ain't gonna say underachieving, the quiet team that we talked about. And the Jets are who we're talking about right now. They lost 40 to 17 against the Jets and 24-16 against the Dolphins.
I'm with James. I'll give him 1 loss.
8-1?
I'll give him 8-1.
Okay, so with that 8-1, Jets or Vikings?
Jets.
I'm giving them the win against the Vikings, not the Jets.
Right.
Jets beat them 40-17, Vikings 24-16. So you're saying you're sticking with the Jets, the Dolphins, and you're saying the Jets they would have won the Jets, or they would have took that L?
Go to the L against the Jets.
So what you saying, Corey?
I'm gonna say that they would have lost they would have kept the Vikings L, but I said the Jets would have lost, or they would have won against the Vikings and they would have lost to the Jets.
Let me ask you both a question then. That raises a very valid point. Now y'all been sitting here fighting for the Jets, saying they for real, but then both of y'all gonna say that Miami would have lost to both of them.
No, I said they would have. I'm saying they would have won.
I said Jets would have won. Yeah, Jets would have won.
Yeah.
Still.
That ain't what y'all just said.
Yeah. That's what we just said.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back and rewind this.
You got a red flag?
I don't think that's 23 point loss. Like I give him 8 points. I give Tua playing 8 points. He'll get him 8 points. Not 20.
So y'all both saying that they would have beat the Vikings and lost to the Jets.
Yeah.
That's both y'all saying.
Yeah.
So y'all should have said it like that, because that's not the way you said it.
You didn't understand it like that.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Go back and watch it tomorrow. I know you will. And you see what I'm talking about.
Hey, that man was ready to make a point.
I was chopping at the bit, boy.
No, you didn't want to hear it, OG. You didn't want to hear it.
You don't tell me I'll hit this.
Hey, man. So let's go to your Washington Commanders, man. They fall at the last seconds of the game to the Minnesota Vikings after being up.
Yeah,
most of the game.
10. It was up 10 points. Yeah,
10 points.
It was up 10 points. Minnesota came down and kicked the field goal. Then Heineken overthrew a pass, and Minnesota intercepted, scored a touchdown at the tie the game. Mm-hmm. But the crushing part to me was that the defense is really playing a whole lot better. Mm-hmm. So they was first and goal. The defense stopped them, made them kick a field goal. Mm-hmm. With 1:48 seconds left to go in the game. On the field goal try, I don't know what his name is, but number 91 for Washington, on one side of the center, the ball snapped. He goes on the other side and bowls over the center.
Oh, that's John Ridgway.
A personal foul. Half the distance, first down. They run the clock down to 12 seconds, kick a field goal. We get the ball back with 12 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah. Rookie mistake, man. Rookie mistake.
Ain't no rookie mistake. Everybody know you can't touch the center, man.
He a rookie though.
Yeah.
No, you got to give him a break, man. He a rookie.
You can't touch the center. That ain't a rookie mistake because I'm sure he been on that field goal block team the whole season.
You know where y'all got him from?
No way you need to go back to.
Got him from the Cowboys.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Y'all picked him up.
Since you brought it up,
I
kind of figured that.
Yeah, y'all picked him up. Y'all practice squad.
Got him from the boys.
Yeah, he was our 6th round draft pick this year.
That's why I say I'm disappointed, man, because not knowing that we would have won the tie, but at least we'd have had 1 minute and 48 seconds and one time out to try.
Yeah.
So as I look at the box cap, all right. So Vikings come out in the first quarter, 7 points. Y'all didn't score anything. Second quarter, y'all scored 3. They didn't score a thing. Y'all defense started kicking in like a turbo booster, which looked like they didn't play the whole game. Third quarter, they scored nothing. Y'all scored 7, which put it at 7-10 going into the fourth. Then y'all scored then they scored 13 unanswered points, and y'all scored 7. So like I said, that was at 17-20. What did y'all saying? You said you dropped the ball, or the game was lost in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think the game, like I said, Heineken threw an interception, which gave them a touch, which they went down to score the touchdown on.
Gotcha.
And then we couldn't move the ball, and then they drove down the field. And like I said, the defense stood up and made them kick a field goal. But on that field goal try, my man bowled over the center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They was up 17-7 in the fourth quarter. 17-7 in the fourth quarter. But it looks like, and what I'm saying, y'all have y'all quarterback, man. I don't think there's any controversy anymore.
I'm telling you, G. I know you want to keep bringing this up as you do. You like controversy, especially when it's on other people's team. But when Winky comes back, when Carson Wentz comes back, I say Winky. When Carson Wentz comes back, he's gonna start. Yeah.
Wait, Winky coming back?
I'm thinking about Florida State.
Hey, look.
When Carson Wentz comes back, he gonna be the starter. Because he gonna be the starter. He will get the opportunity to prove himself. And if he doesn't, then Rivera probably gonna do him like Dabo do his quarterbacks.
Dabo Sweeney?
Dabo, yeah, Sweeney.
Okay.
You know, you wanted to be a person. I know you do.
It don't matter either or. It doesn't really matter.
It does matter. You wouldn't have brought it up.
Hey man,
I just saw it on Twitter, and a lot of the Washington fans were saying like, "Hey man, this is Heineke's team now. This is how they felt." But I mean,
mark my words. Write it down.
Yeah, I know.
In the next 4 or 5 weeks,
you said it.
When Carson Wentz comes back, he'll be the starter.
Yeah. All right, man. So your Atlanta Falcons, man, they play the very injured Los Angeles Chargers, man. They come in there beat up, but they come in there and get beat up some more against this physical Atlanta Falcons team, who I don't know if you saw the end of the game.
I did.
You did.
I was watching it on, I was watching on my phone. Listen, it shouldn't come down to one play. I know you were there at the game. Big James, Little John, he even hit me, hit me up. He was there too. I watched it, with some intensity. And I know it's different. You were there the whole time. I'm watching. I'm gonna say this, and then I'll get off of it. We have a trend on how we play ball. We play hard for 3 quarters. Somewhere in the fourth quarter, we have a representative go over to the other team and ask, how much time do you guys need to win the game? And we do. Then we meet guys on the field and say, all right, guys, take your time. Allow them to convert the last 4 third downs and 15, third down and 21, third down and 17 to get them in, because we got to pull. You know how you sitting there and, like I said, Charlie Brown with the football. You know what I'm saying? When that girl said, kick the ball, Charlie Brown. And then we have no time to recover. Even when 95 there was a fumble on the play, we recovered. 95 thought that he was a running back. And then I thought that somebody he just dropped it. Just dropped the ball. He dropped the ball and give it right back to him. Then look, and they go back 41 yards. And then in 2 plays, they right back to where they were, like the play didn't even happen. Come on out, what's your name? It's your first time playing. Kick. We need you to win this for. They don't have 2 seconds left. We can go home, eat lobster and shrimp. That's how we do. Falcons, like when my wife was like, hold up. Look, don't do that. This is their time to shine. This is their time to give it away. It's always with 5 minutes. Look at how we play within 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Go ahead, G. I know you were there.
And let me say this, man. And I seen it firsthand today. Falcons fans have PTSD. They cannot really enjoy the game. They watch the game, and with the same kind of stress that you're talking with right now, I can see it coming out of your pores. But the same type of stress, man. Like they'll make a good play. Yes. Oh man, I can't watch no more. And it's the same play. Like, and this guy next to me did this the whole game. Yes, we can do it. Come on. Oh, I don't know. Gosh, please just run the ball. Oh, good pass. Oh, go run it next time. Please run next. Like, bro, you're not enjoying this shit at all. Like,
no, you can't, because you waiting for the trap door to fall from under your feet. Like you said, you'll get something lucky to happen. Like I said, 95. Look, I ain't gonna lie, I was driving. Literally, I almost killed my family. Oh! Then they say, 2 seconds later, all right. That's about right. Give it right back. Give it right. Oh, like take last week, I had my son with me. All right, son, put your coat on. He missed. Wide right. Sit down. Take your coat off. You can never just have a confident win.
Yeah. So
my wife was like, "You all right?" Let me tell you exactly what I told her. That's about right. That's right. Let's get home. That's about right. Give it back to him.
Like
they put the kicker on their shoulders. Yeah. You beat the Falcons.
Yeah, they said like Lil John said, man, they can't even enjoy when they winning because they so stressed out, man.
Stressed out, man.
Bro, y'all was stressed out, man.
Because you know it's coming.
I brought my homeboy Tosh Shakur. I took him to the game with me.
Okay.
And when he was stressed out, man. Oh man, we about to lose this game, man. What do you think gonna happen? Like it was like 2 minutes or a minute left. He's like, man, what you think gonna happen? I said, I think y'all gonna win, man. I'm trying to. I think y'all
pumping us up.
I think he gonna miss a field goal, and y'all can go down there with Cool, and he gonna make his field goal because he missed one earlier in the game, and he don't never miss.
Cool, man.
That's what's gonna happen. And then he said, "Man, I appreciate it, dog, but I don't believe that, man."
You can't. My wife told me one time, she was like, "I think y'all gonna do all right." Stop! Don't do that. Look, I get mad. Don't do that. We not that team. Don't do that. We don't. Look, don't do my team like that. You can't say, "Hey, that's good job," because we're gonna get slack.
Yeah.
Don't.
You gotta have more of a positive attitude, man.
And then it's so bad, y'all. When y'all feel like you're not gonna win, y'all leave.
Yeah, man. So because you don't want to see it.
Look, they pack up all their stuff and they get to booking. They get up out of there, dog.
Listen, I'm like, don't.
2 minutes left. What are y'all doing? Like,
We don't deserve. Yeah. Nah, we good. Let me try to get my parking space to get it. So I don't have to be out of this traffic. Let me get on the MARTA. And I ain't gonna lie, my wife be so concerned too, like trying to comfort me. Stop. I don't deserve the comfort. It's them. It ain't me. It's them. This is what I like. The Super Bowl. I hate to keep bringing that up because that's one I don't like to relive. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't bring it up, Corey.
No. I'm being honest with you. I remember when we were sitting there, me and my cousin, me and Bobby, we were sitting there watching a game. We could not be happy because we were like, it's coming. Because I was sitting there like,
that's what y'all gotta stop doing, man.
I don't know
stop doing that, man.
I don't know how else to be. Like, hey, remember when Andre 3000 gonna pull a thing out and let you play in the band? You can't even. No. You don't like me like that. That's how you be. You don't really like me like that. Are you? I can do that. I can't do that. So every time we sit there to the end. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody leaving, and my wife always got this thing. We might as well just wait till the whole crowd because everybody trying to leave at one time, like G just said. We'll wait, hoping that for some strange reason, maybe we're not watching. Maybe the game ain't over. Maybe they're gonna come back out and play 3 more minutes and give us some time to win. No.
But that's what happened when you was there with your son.
It was. But at the same time, that was look what we got to go through to get a win. Look what we had to go through. They lost. We didn't win. They lost. That dude missed 2 kicks, and then that whole down the field thing. We had to get rid of a guy. That was terrible. You're a safety, and you can't safe.
Hey, I think they kicker with the Florida State.
Did?
Dick of the kicker.
Huh?
That was
the kicker. For
the Chargers.
For the Panthers.
For the Panthers.
No, Dick of the kicker played for the Chargers.
Yeah, he played for the Chargers.
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about the week before when y'all beat the Panthers.
I don't know, but
I think they kicker with the Florida State.
Did he?
No, I'm not just saying.
I'm gonna say, look, well, he wide right 2 times. He was sitting there looking like little Spanish looking dude too, like missed again. Wide left and right. That's why he's sitting there like I had my brother man said, sit down, son. And he was looking like, we finna stay. We gotta stay. Look, we have another chance for Crew to win this.
Oh boy.
The guy,
you gotta be more positive, man.
Got to. The guy next to me, he left early. He left about 2 minutes left in the game. He had to go. I was like, he about to bust. I'm glad he did because I think he would have fought somebody. Like his level was so high, man. He wasn't right. He wasn't in his right state, and he was drinking too. He wasn't in the right state of mind. I don't think so. I was kind of glad they did leave.
Man, I'm like you said, I'm shell shocked. Yes, if you want to call it PTSD, is there. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you a real quick story. My uncle suffered from that. And I ain't gonna lie, him and my aunt had to have separate beds because she'd wake up in a chokehold every now and then. This was when I was younger. Yeah. Man, let me see. Uncle Fee used to tell me a story. He said, you just wake up. What you doing to him? You know what I'm saying? Just you shell shocked, man. You scared. So I can't sit there and leave and go, yeah, man, we got this game in the bag. When I cut the game off, it was 7-0. And so you go, oh, okay, we starting up with. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't give them no props. Not yet. You only get props after the game.
You gotta get props during the game, Corey.
What is this? Are y'all looking at the comments?
Yeah, no, it's gotta be a bot. It's a bot.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry, Chuck. I can't be a happy camper,
But let me ask you this then. So do you think, because a lot of fans may be like you, and I'm not saying they are, but a lot of fans may be like you, that they don't get excited during the game, could that affect? I mean, because the players looking for the enthusiasm from the crowd and the hoopla, whatever the case may be. But if you don't get it from all of them, I mean, come on, man.
I'll go back every game. I'll go back for this same. Okay, what they call a fool? What's a fool? A fool is a person who will do the same thing with the same intentions, for the same outcome, That's what they call it. Insanity. Insanity. I'm an insane fool, because I'm gonna come back. I bought tickets. My wife got me season tickets where we go together to love each other and watch this trash. I don't even call it trash. To watch these same outcomes. you know. But I'm gonna go back again. I love it. I watched the whole time until the fourth quarter when I go, okay, here we go.
See, that's what I'm saying. You can't do that, man.
And let me tell you something.
So,
okay, I don't know if
I didn't do that. I didn't do it with Washington. I didn't say, okay, here we go. I'm sitting here screaming and hollering at the TV.
Let me tell you what. And if I were anywhere near the office, or if I were anywhere near the inner office to that was close to Arthur Blanks, there's about 5 to 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter is when he comes down to the floor, and he's on the field, and I'll go, get your butt back up in that box, press box. Don't come here to say 0-0-0-0 because you thinking that it's winning, so you coming out and tapping people on the shoulder. Get your butt back up there, you know. Don't. And I mean, I seen him. I was like, there you go. And he got his head behind his back. Then all of a sudden we started losing, and then he got his head down again, lower and lower, and he walked out with his. Don't come down here.
Looking at the players like, yeah, you about to.
Yeah. Did you? That was you.
That was you. Yeah. Yeah. That pressure, man.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. Let me say this, man. Lil John says that the crowd be hyped, and let me say, they do a great job of getting the crowd involved.
It's third down.
It's first down. First down. Like, I mean, they got all the little gadgets and things to do to get everybody hyped up. They do a hell of a job. They have to do something at the end though, because
bring in a new team.
Maybe they should stop doing the swag thing.
Oh man,
that right there, and because y'all say y'all in the fourth quarter y'all always falter. Maybe stop doing that because I think the crowd be going.
Tigger, man. Tigger.
Maybe y'all should do that in the first quarter.
Big Tigger needs to listen. Him, Ryan Cameron, 4-3. Cool. And when Cool missed it for 3, he was like, he missed. You know, I know he was like that. He didn't. What I know him to do. You know,
it works at the home game. It don't work for the Falcons though. It don't work for the Falcons. So, moving on, man. Jaguars. They pick up They win. I'm not gonna say a big win.
It was a big win.
Yeah, they win against the Raiders. Ooh.
And the Raiders winning most of that game.
No, this is the third game they've lost when they've been up 17 points since this year.
So you still say Josh Daniels gonna get fired?
Man, they got a problem over there, bro. They got all the pieces.
They scored nothing in the third and fourth. Nothing in the third and fourth quarter. Nothing.
Zero.
Jaguars scored 17 in the second half.
Didn't they get zeroed out last week against?
Yes. Yep. Let me go to it. Matter of fact, yep. They got an egg last week.
They got an egg last week, right?
24-0 to the Saints.
This is your offensive genius. He has Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Humphreys, Darren Waller.
Gangster.
You got a good offensive line. Then on the defensive side, then they brought in what was the they picked up
Matt. Who you talking about? Is Khalil Matt? No,
he with the Chargers.
Khalil Matt with the Chargers.
They picked up another DN though. I forget who it was though, but another top player. They got a problem, man. They got a problem. I don't know what to do with the Raiders. Raider fans are calling today. They don't want to see their team on TV no more. Along with the Green Bay Packers.
Hey.
I saw Lil Wayne post that they should have got rid of Aaron Rodgers at the end of last year. They shouldn't let him come back.
Talking about the Packers.
Yeah, they lose to the Lions.
Yeah. And then they got to play the Lions again on Thanksgiving, don't they?
That's when they play them again.
I know they play them. I think it's Thanksgiving.
Look,
They can play hard this week though.
I want them to, bro.
They can play hard the next game.
I need them to. I thought they were going to have some kind of momentum coming to play the boys. They needed this, but they're getting pounded by teams like the Cowboys are going to pummel these boys. I don't want to necessarily say this.
They gonna pummel the Cowboys.
They gonna pummel. No. What? You think they gonna pummel the? Come on, man. Off bye week, fresh.
Right. It's gonna be some shockers.
No, come on, man. I ain't never been more sure about this. This gonna be a pummeling. Carson is gonna kill that dude, man. Gonna kill that dude. Listen,
he lost Aaron Jones and he lost Dobbs.
He lost Dobbs today too?
Yep.
Come on, man. And you got all rookie wideouts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
So I don't know where Green Bay goes from here. What are 3-7 now? Or 3-6?
They are 3-6, yeah.
3-6. The Vikings have run away with that division. What do you see what you have in love?
I got against the stat for both of you. All right. And this is since they got mollywopped by the Commanders. All right. So in the past 3 weeks, all right. Now this is on an Aaron Rodgers tip. Past 3 weeks. Now normally this is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about here. Aaron Rodgers has thrown for 2 TDs since Washington. They've been running them in. You know what I'm saying? Been running them in 2 TDs. That ain't a lot, bro, considering who we talking about.
And how many games is that?
I'm just saying, since Washington, that's in the past 3 games. They're saying the past 3 games.
He's thrown 2 TDs in the past 3 games.
Yeah, they've been, saying Aaron Rodgers. Aaron. They've been running the ball because he don't have confidence in his wideouts. They played their best when they played the Commanders last. You know what I'm saying? I think it was 21-23 when y'all beat them. But like I said, that was Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones been carrying the load.
Yeah.
It ain't Aaron Rodgers, is what I'm saying. And then coming up against the boys next week,
that's and against a Detroit team who gave up, I think they said 400 yards last week.
Mm-hmm.
And they shut this team down, man. Aaron Rodgers yelling at the coaches, yelling at the players. He's frustrated. He's very frustrated.
Step the ball.
Yeah, he's frustrated, man.
Yeah,
I can't say I'm not happy to see it, dog. I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers fan, so I'm happy to see him kind of falter.
You're not a nobody fan, man. Unless they play for the Cowboys.
You're an Aaron Rodgers fan? OG.
I like Aaron Rodgers, but you should come out and be blatant with you. You don't like Kyler Murray, you don't like Aaron Rodgers. Who else is you don't like? I'll come up with some more here in a minute.
I'm glad you brought that up, man. The Seattle Seahawks beat up on the Arizona Cardinals today. It's 9 o'clock. Dang.
I'm sorry. 4 touchdowns. I apologize.
Okay.
He threw 2 to Aaron
Jones.
Threw 2 to your boy to the running back.
So Seattle, man, they once again find a way to win. That running game, your boy looks good actually throwing the ball. Geno Smith actually looks good out there. They have a very solid defense. They caused your boy Kyler Murray, man, into interception and a fumble today. That team is not doing as well as y'all thought it was.
It was not Hopkins for the first 6 games.
Yeah,
Ain't my team, so I don't care.
But hold up, man. We still got it. I'm not finna do that like G doing. So
What?
Kyler Murray was 25 for 35. Now I ain't gonna lie, it was 175. He got 2 touchdowns, but then he was, but he was also, 8 carries for 60 yards. So total offense, a little bit over 2 for total offense. Now Gino right there saying 25 for 30. 26 for 34, 275, 2 touchdowns and 1 INT. But it ain't Kyler Murray's fault. Don't fault Murray. He's doing his part. He's just not doing all of it. Give me some hate. I'm just saying you can't blame him always.
He wants to run. He's gonna have rushing yards because he's not trying to throw to nobody. That's what he's gonna do.
That offensive line sucks.
You don't say the same thing about Lamar.
He doesn't know where he wants to throw it to. You
don't say the same thing about Lamar. Lamar gonna run too.
He don't study enough to know
where. You going back to that? You going back to that? Let that go, G. Let that go, G. Let that go, G.
You think they gonna go into game 9 and say you still ain't looked at that playbook, boy? You still playing the video games? No, he's doing his part.
He's doing okay. How many sacks? How many sacks did he get today? How many times did he get sacked?
Was he sacked at all?
Yes. Yes.
He said yes.
So how many times was he sacked, G?
I'm gonna pull it up for you. Hold on. God almighty.
So right now, all right, in 9 games, he's ranked 8th in yardage. He's tied for 10th, in TDs. He got 10 TDs, only 6 INTs, Now his QBR,
5 times.
Yeah,
his fault?
Yeah, he got sacked 5 times today.
5 sacks.
Is that his fault? Is that his fault?
Yes.
Why?
Wow.
If you don't know where your hot reads are when they're blitzing, that's your fault.
Gee. So what fault is it of the offensive line?
All right, so you just gonna continue to blame the offensive line every time.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying some of it's not his fault, but you blame it all on him.
Right. It's out there, dog. Just watch it. All you do is watch it. Watch it.
You didn't see the game today.
Watch. I did watch it. Brian, watch. Do y'all follow Brian Baldinger?
No.
The announcer, the commentator.
Yeah.
No.
He breaks down the games and stuff. He does a lot on Kyler Murray. Check it out, man. Just check it out. I'm trying to tell y'all, dog. Yeah. I'm just
right, Mr. Wright. So, what's your point?
He said
that he don't like Kyler Murray. That's the point.
He said fans are getting tired of trying to cheer these guys on.
He talking about the Falcons. He ain't talking about that. He talking about the Falcons.
No,
that came 5 minutes ago. That's when we talking about the
Falcons. Thank you, BB. Thank you, man. These guys are blinded by the color of Kyler Murray, not by his ability, like what he's doing.
What color got to do with anything?
That's what you're blinded by. He's a black quarterback, so he got to be doing well. No, he sucks.
Who said that? Neither one of us has said that.
You bring out the race car. We never said anything about race.
That's the OG ain't said that.
That's the only reason you like him.
So why do you dislike him so?
Well, because he's not a good quarterback. That's why I like him.
You dislike him because of what came out. Like I said, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Yeah, you know it. They came out saying he wasn't studying.
Why do y'all like him?
The ultimate issue is that man getting paid more than that. That's all that's about.
Why do you like him?
But I don't have no reason to dislike him like you do.
Why do you like him? Why do you like him?
Because I think given the opportunity, given the right situation, he's a good quarterback.
What has he done to make him a good quarterback? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Last year they won 11 games because of him. Remember, they went 10 in a row. just like y'all did. It's not a bad QB. And then you rank 10th in the league. He's obviously better than what it was 8 minus 32, whatever that is, 24 guys.
He's 10th in what? He's 10th in what?
It just says here he's 10th. You know, season stats. He's ranked 10th.
10th in what?
And everything, whatever 10th is.
10th in interceptions, 10th in what? Yards?
He only got 60 INTs this season.
No, what is he 10th in? I don't know what he's 10th in. What is he 10th in?
Oh, 10th in TDs. And he's 8th in yardage, you know what I'm saying, with 1,900 yards so far, you know, throwing yards. Now, like I said, his completion status at 71.4. You know, all right, passing rating could be, you know, QBR could be better. But I'm saying, you know, it ain't
good, OG. That's not good. No, don't be looking
But
like
I'm
that.
saying, but he's ranked in the top 10, man.
And passing yards.
So what else you want, G?
Ah, Lord. So now passing on that it matters, huh?
What else? I'm saying, what else?
You said that don't matter.
What else do you want? What else do you want? What else do you want? I'm asking you what you want.
I want him to be a better quarterback. I need him to be able to read coverages. That's
why are you so worried about it? Why are you so vested in it? This is not your team.
That's why I said he's no good.
So right now, okay, look, right now, 2022 regular season in passing yards. Okay, so they're Joe Burrow, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Matt Ryan up until he got benched, then Kyler Murray. So more than likely Kyler Murray at this point now may be, you know, probably 6 because Matt Ryan didn't play the past 2 games. So it could possibly be, you know, close to that, you know, number 6 in passing. So what I'm saying to you is those stats make a difference. You don't think? He throwing to somebody.
G just don't like
Just
say G just don't like to do. I mean, I don't care what you say, Corey.
Ain't there, huh?
He's not gonna like it regardless, because he just dislikes the guy.
Let's watch the tape, dog. That's all you gotta do. Just watch it. Just watch it. That's all you gotta do.
But you blaming everything on him.
No, I'm saying watch it. Just did y'all watch the game today? Did you watch the game today, OG?
Yeah.
Did you see him not seeing where to throw the ball at?
Did I see him what now?
Did you not see him sit back there like don't know where to throw the ball?
Could it be because nobody was open?
I mean, y'all told me he got Hopkins back, so now ain't nobody open now. I don't know, man. It's all he got Robbie Anderson over there.
Top 10 quarterbacks 2022.
So let me ask you this then, G. Since you so hard on this dude, so your ever loving 100% don't do nothing wrong quarterback. Don't never sit back there and take sacks so he can't get rid of the ball.
He probably does. He probably has.
G, can you tell me coming into the 2022 season? And I'm just, you know, who was the top ranked quarterback coming into the 2022 season? You know, this is just sources from across the web. You know,
the top rated quarterback.
Yeah,
either Pat Mahomes or probably Josh Allen.
So right here,
what are we looking at though, Corey? What thing are we looking at?
This was NFL.com under Michael Florio. So you're right, but he was Josh Allen was number 1. Murray, Herbert, Mahomes, Kyler Murray finished in the top QB top 10 for total points. But at the same time, you know, his QBR
total points.
I'm just saying QBR. Yeah, he was number 4.
I don't care what you say. He gonna have that same type of reaction every time you say something.
I'm just saying then Joe Burrow, then Lamar Jackson. But you gotta give him something for the effort that he's getting for what he has right now.
He's giving good effort, y'all. You right.
Don't do that.
I know, right?
No, don't do that, G. Don't do
good
that.
Effort. He's giving good effort.
Yeah, no, don't do that, G.
They won't believe it. They think I'm just hating.
They said Murray looks bad.
They think I'm just hating, dog.
It's still a team effort. Who's the shining spot on that team?
So why is it a team effort when he looked bad, but Matt Ryan, it ain't a team effort? Like this is what.
What are you talking about? What on who team? The Falcons or Indianapolis? Which one are you talking about for Matt Ryan?
Either or.
So what you saying?
Why is it a team game when it's Kyler Murray, but when it comes to your boy not Carson Wentz, but Matt Ryan?
It was Matt too. I said it was Matt.
You not saying it's Murray?
No,
I'm saying what I'm saying is it's not all Murray's fault. That's what I'm saying. You put everything. I did. You because I said G. You put everything on that dude. He got sacked 5 times. You saying all 5 of them sacks was his fault?
Hey, y'all just gotta watch it, man. I can take y'all to the water. I can't make you drink it, dog. That's all.
That's the same thing we say to you. Your camera dying the thirst right now. I know they can hold water. They can do without water for a while, but that bad boy been doing without water for a long time. G.
Look, some of kind of it's on the subject, off subject. So, so we riding back, and then my wife pull up her phone. She go, "The Cowboys got Jerry Judy." I'm like, "When? Today?" I said, "The trade deadline is over." She go, "I don't know, but it's right here." And I'm like, "They ain't got Jerry Judy." And so she's like, "I'm just showing you what came up on my phone." I'm like, "What you talking about? Look, Jerry Judy."
No, we didn't get Jerry Judy.
They don't need no more receivers. Let G tell it.
They reached out to Odell. They reached out to Odell to check on his health and see how he's doing. So
did they reach out to Odell?
Yeah. So what's up, Big Steve? Not your average guy. What's up, my dog? I told y'all Odell would be a nice pickup, man. If they
y'all don't need no Odell. Y'all don't need no Odell. Odell waiting to see who got the best record when his knee is ready to go.
Yeah,
he should have committed to somebody.
Yeah, so he do like he did last year. Get on that ride, get another Super Bowl.
Hey, jump on the ride, dog. Jump on the ride.
I figured he should have chose somebody by now, but he just waiting.
You know, Michael Irvin was talked to him and he said, you know, he will be willing to come to the Cowboys. That's where it all came from. So
he should go back the way he played at. He should go back, but they're terrible right now. So
yeah, they fall apart. Even their defense falls apart. But hey, the Tampa Bay Bucks put out a win against the Rams, and they are now leading that division again. They let y'all hold it for 1 week. Looks like.
Right.
Well, fellas, that's it, man.
Hey, I'm gonna say one thing.
Go ahead.
Sooner or later, we're gonna start talking about college basketball. Just let it be known, preseason #1 women's basketball.
North Carolina.
I say women's.
I think both of y'all. I think men's and women.
South Carolina, preseason #1 men's basketball. North Carolina. Let it be known.
Let it be known when we talk about it.
I can't stand that dude, man. When they come to that golly, boy.
But yeah, we got
to do that whole season.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, if you're looking for a home, man, and this is your year to go do it, and you know the Lord has told you, man, go find your home. Once you find that home, man, go see our guy, Mr. Alvin Jameson.
The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you.
Maybe cutting that thing up. It's sliced up. Where you at, Alvin?
Yeah, my man. Hey, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Not your average guy, my guy, Steve, man. Appreciate you rocking with us. Hey, the Cavs, man. We got to talk about this on Wednesday, dog.
Right, but that comment that James Lou John put up there.
Right here. Chuck G was tickling Zion Saturday. I was giving him the business Saturday. He was crying like crazy. Oh man, he was crying Saturday. Oh, he was crying.
Okay. All right.
You
All
was
right.
on that floor. I saw you there. I saw you on that
Okay.
floor.
Stop all that crying, Zion. Stop all that crying. Good
Okay.
Lord.
But
Man.
now this coming from a guy who got street clothes on his team. But anyway, let's go ahead and close it out.
Hey, Street Clothes is playing, dog.
What's y'all
He
record?
don't miss
What's
one
y'all record?
kickoff.
What's y'all record?
I got 2, right?
You did that. You in 2 wins. We ain't talking about that. But
Okay,
we
go
got
ahead and close it out. My bad.
we do have to talk about this because your boy G was wrong. I was wrong about Donovan Mitchell, and we will have to talk about that on Wednesday. All right. Hey, man. Hey, thank y'all for rocking with us, man. Kanisha Davis, James Littlejohn, not your average guy. Steve, my dog, good to see you again, Brody. My dad, Larry Wright, Brandon Buchanan, the Rodney Littlejohn, and anybody else that I may, my wife, Crystal Wright, and anybody else that I may have missed, man. Charges to my eyes, not my heart. Alicia Roberts, Mom in Love. Thank you for rocking with us. Look, make sure y'all go follow these people, man. Crystal and Elise on IG and TikTok. The That's Right podcast on all your podcast platforms. The His and Hers podcast with Ashley and Kamarie. Make sure y'all follow them as well on their podcast platforms. And Tribe 6 Candles for all your candle needs, man. Hey, great stuff. Yeah, I almost messed up. I don't know.
Hey, one other thing. If you haven't already, make sure you go cast that vote this week.
Facts.
Tuesday. Make sure you go cast your vote. Absolutely. Good job, OG. Make sure you cast vote. I've already cast mine already.
So did. Look, I'm gonna share a story real quick. My mom said she went up there and she was filling out a form, and her name is hyphenated. Davis Robinson. So the lady's like, just mark it out and put it there. She go, can I get another paper? She go, the lady's like, this be all right. She go, listen, give me another paper. I ain't, look, my vote don't need to be messed up. Can I please get another? The lady like, just trust me, man. She go, I ain't trust. Listen, look, then my mama said, she like, yeah, ball it up. I need another paper. I need another.
Yeah, you're not playing with me.
Shot it in the garbage can. Like, listen, I need another paper. This ain't being moved to the left because it's wrong. Listen.
Yeah. All right. When I was in there, they was like, they put they ballot in there. They're like, ma'am, this thing did not count it. No, they was like, it will if it's no, I didn't see it. I needed to count. It's not counted. And finally it did. He's like, oh, okay, there you go.
I know, right?
He was not leaving.
When I went in there, my man acted like he didn't get no sticker that his vote didn't count. I said, hey, I ain't getting no sticker. She was like, well, we don't they were in the box in the car. He was like, well, I ain't leaving till I get. She go, could somebody go? The box is in the in the truck. Like, he like, hey, I'll go help. I need my sticker. I was like, hey man, in my mind, I want to go. He cast his vote, but he was like, this my sticker mean I. Look, then when he got it, he was like, that thing on there, I'll vote. So, yes, please go vote. Please go vote.
Please vote, man. Please vote. And that's right. The new episode for That's Right podcast is coming out tomorrow, man. Make sure y'all check it out. They are killing it. They are kicking butt. They are kicking butt, man. So, and then they all out there, man. Hey, the crew and you, they're on podcast too. Every podcast platform, man. Check us out on all the platforms, and follow us on IG and on TikTok as well. All right, fellas, man. Great show, man. Hey, episode 50 in the books. I will change it so we'll have it right after it's over.
Let me change my note then.
Yeah. Text a friend, man. Tell them to vote. Right. Every little communication count.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
man. All right, fellas, man. See y'all on Wednesday, baby. I love y'all. Remember, y'all, keep your head on a swivel and keep God first, baby. We are out.
Now be careful there, fellas. See ya.
Yes, sir, bro.
All right, guys.
All right.